So this is a tweet from the NFL on CBS. Lamar Jackson leads quarterback completion percentage 71.5 and rush yardage 440 this season. The only quarterback to do that in a single season since the merger, which is 1970, was Steve Young in 1994. So let's talk about this offense. It's operating at a high level. I mean, they have gone out and put together a nice run, especially the last 3-4 weeks. How prolific is this offense? How concerning is this offense for the Browns defense?
Well, I do think that, it will be their toughest challenge that they've faced so far. But remember, we looked at those San Francisco 49ers, and that seemed almost insurmountable at the time. Now you look back at that game, and, I did think that it was a factor for them that they did not have Deebo Samuel for most of that game. And then they lost Christian McCaffrey at the end when they needed him the most. And they had Trent Williams gimping around on one ankle there. So, I think that really hurt the 49ers in that game. And, sometimes you have to be a little bit fortunate, a little bit lucky in this game to get where you want to go. I mean, the Browns are a little bit lucky that they didn't have to get Kyler Murray last week, that they got Clayton Tune instead of him. But, nobody looks at those things in the final analysis. When you get to the end of the season, they look at the record, they look at the tiebreakers, and you're either in or you're out. It doesn't matter how the heck you got there. If you get in, it's open season and anybody can accomplish anything. So I think the Browns, this is the biggest challenge for them offensively. I think it is going to be bigger than the 49ers because, like I said, the 49ers were not at full strength in that game. The Ravens are going to be full strength, but I think the Browns defense is just so determined to get this one.
So it'll be the first time that Jim Schwartz goes against a division opponent, so the first time that you see a second game against a team. Do you think they switched some things up from that first time?
I don't think they're going to be able to switch too many things up, and I don't think that they really should or that they need to. I think for the most part, you just have to do everything better than you did it in that game, especially, stopping the run. And again, now you've got this new rookie who's going to be out there trying to run all over you. So it's certainly not going to be easy. And then there's crowd noise and all kinds of other things. And remember this about the Ravens defense. We talk a lot about the Cleveland Browns defense. That Ravens defense right now, they own the crown in the statistic that matters most, and that's points scored on you. And they're number one in the NFL in that category with just a little over 13. On top of that, they lead the NFL with 35 sacks, as we might have mentioned before. They're coming from everywhere, and they're going to make this game really, really hard on Deshaun Watson. So, it's almost going to have a playoff atmosphere. It's just an enormous game. And if they can come out of here with a win, I think they're going to be riding high for the rest of the season.
All right, before I let you go, what's the formula? How do they get it done?
First of all, they can't turn the ball over, and, it was a good sign for them that they did not turn the ball over against the Cardinals. So even though it was the Cardinals, the fact that they protected the football, that's the number one thing that they have to do. And then somehow they have to find a way to, solve the Lamar Jackson puzzle. And that's just not going to be easy. He's just playing his best ball under Todd Monken, and this is going to be a dogfight.